Should Mr. Chang contact Katrina's parents about his suspicion of child abuse? No. No. First off, we don't know what the parent is going to do once they find out that the child made even a casual comment about what's happening to her or him in that home. We don't want to take the chance of sending a child into an abusive home and being battered or abused even more. We also don't want to take the chance of the parent fleeing with the child to another school, simply transferring the child inter-district or moving out of state so that they can continue what they consider normal and appropriate behavior, even though we know it's child abuse with liability, criminal liability for child abuse. So let's not alert the parents. Any conversation with the parent is going to be handled by your principal or vice principal, but you're going to make a report. Mr. Chang does have a responsibility to report his suspicion using the reasonable person test, using the reasonable suspicion definition of child abuse reporting. Start with the principal or vice principal or teacher in charge that day in making that report. I'm going to take just a couple questions from the audience, and then I want to share some frequently asked questions that relate to these three areas in the next 5 slides. It's a good question. When does spanking become child abuse, and when is it simply in-home discipline? It's so difficult to make a call on that. Your best practice is not to spank your children, not to spank a child in the home. There are other ways of disciplining children besides hitting them. We can take away privileges. We can limit their activities. We can make an in-home behavior contract between parent and child. We can seek the necessary counseling for the child and the family to help to resolve these issues without ever resulting to spanking. Now, I know my folks spanked me. Of course, that was a number of years ago when they were allowed to do that, but the law has changed. And so, not allowed to spank their children at all. And if the child calls and reports your abuse on their own, which many children do, some children in foster care know the law better than the people supervising them in their homes, then you're in big trouble. So we're just going to avoid that whole scenario and not spank the child. And not use a ruler on their palms or a tap or a tap on their head or a gentle shove across the room. Your gentle shove is not necessarily going to be interpreted by them as a gentle shove.